Tell us about Lotus Arda Weaver's foray into the Indian market.
As a family, we've been coming here for many, many years, whether it's my parents who started the company or myself, whether it's for family holidays or for work. We've been coming here many, many times. And we were just here 3 weeks ago for the Sufi festival in Jodhpur and then Dharamsala. So we have an affinity with India. And we opened our first shop in Delhi at the Oberoi maybe nearly 25 years ago. So very early on in the market, in the luxury market in India. And ever since then, we've always been coming here as part of our production in any case, in the sense of that working with local craft here, whether it's bidri work, or a stringing of fine pearls in Hyderabad. We've been doing this for a long time, which incorporates it in our look and feel. But more recently, doing more and more shows. We have a shop in Mumbai and we have a small presence in Delhi. And we, as part of our business, like everybody else, exhibitions are an important way of expanding your market, your brand, your DNA. So this is not the first show actually in Hyderabad. This is the second show for us. We did a show at the Falaknuma Palace where we brought Princess Michael of Kent and did 3 days of dinners there. So, but that was pre-COVID. So we're happy to come back, and we are always and then the beginning of April we do a show in Mumbai. So we're busy here. I mean, we're lucky we're based in Bangkok, which is only 3.5 hours away. And we're lucky that we can come to India for not only to produce for our own products, but also to sell our products here. So that makes one trip very, very efficient, that you're doing both. So for us, that this is something that we enjoy. We have a lot of friends here. We enjoy the country for many aspects and have done so and continue to do so. And also now bringing our clients here. So last year we brought clients to Jodhpur for them to experience the Umaid Bhawan. As I said, we brought a whole bunch of friends to the Sufi festival 2 weeks ago. So I think India has a lot to offer. And as we all know, tourism is picking up, the economy thing. And of course, a lot of Indians come to Thailand or to Asia where they see our brand. So it's a natural, something we've been doing for a long time anyhow.
Yeah. And each market has different tastes, right? So how do you intend to customize it for the Indian consumers?
Well, we do both jewelry and home. And at the moment, India, we're doing very well on the home. And in the sense that we have many different designs, whether it's different animals or different, obviously in home, you're doing trays, you're doing sculptures, you're doing gifting items. And as we all know, the Indian market is one based on a lot of gifting for your weddings and for your holidays. And so therefore we fit naturally because we have a lot of unique gifts. We have very unique designs. And slowly we're building the brand name up. So people, when they see our designs, they know it's from us. And we, as I said, we spend a lot of time here with friends. So our brand, which is the family brand, it's important to also socialize and meet people, because I think that elevates the brand also. We are working on, as I said, also in the sense of trying to incorporate with a bidry of other things into our design also. So we're working on that also to expand the collaboration per se between Thailand, between Lotus and India.
So you already have presence in Mumbai and Delhi. Why did you choose Hyderabad this time to showcase your designs?
As part of our strategy, we are always trying to expand to other cities apart from the capital of finance, which is Mumbai, and of course your capital. So we know that India is a growing economy. We know that Hyderabad has a lot of history. So we're always happy to expand, and this is something we'll be doing throughout our brand history. And And so that's part of the strategy in any case.
So, what are your plans for Year of the Dragon?
Well, we just launched. We have a lot of dragon designs in both jewelry and in home, and so we're bringing some of those designs to Hyderabad. The dragon, as we all know, is a powerful symbol, whether it's in Asia or in the West. We all grew up as kids dragons in cartoons. I went to school in Scotland. There they have Loch Ness Monster, who they think is a dragon. So dragons are rooted throughout everyone throughout the world, whether they're nice dragons or fury dragons. Both my parents are born in the year of the dragons. So this is something, and I think when surveys, the dragon, the tiger always sort of comes up on top. And it's affinity in the sense that they're strong symbols, and our designs are quite unique and quite strong in the sense of when you see it, you know it. So I think we have an affinity with dragons for sure.
So, why is India a viable market for your brand?
Well, I think countries that have a rich history in culture, in silver on the home side, I mean, obviously work better for us. Our designs are based on materials, based on techniques. We work with a big array of materials. And so I find that countries that have this depth of knowledge, which comes from history, we do better because then people understand what we're doing. Because we're mixing scarab wing with diamonds, we're mixing a lot, and I think you just have to go through your palaces, you go through your museums, and it's ingrained in your culture through your religion and through your past that design and opulence has always been part of your culture, and I think that helps a brand like us that is very creative and works along with a lot of different materials. So I think that helps us for sure, being in a market like here.
If you've studied like consumer behavior based on the sales in India, what are the hot favorites? What kind of designs do Indian consumers prefer? Are most sold and most favorites?
Actually, we are very strong on the single designs, the sculptural pieces, the one-off pieces, because we work with interiors. When it's in the gifting, we're fortunate to have a database that appreciates this and gives our pieces as gifts. And as I said, because most people have seen our brand when they come to Thailand, Singapore, or Asia, so they already kind of know we're not totally new. And as I said, we've been doing this for over 30 years here now. And socially also, we are active here. We're at weddings. We love coming here, basically, and have a lot of friends here. So I think when you add that all up, we're a luxury company that provides a very niche product in both the jewelry and in the home. And when people wear it or see it, they know immediately where it's from. And of course, that's important in luxury, to have a brand presence, to have a name, to have a known, because when people give something, they want to have that recognition. And I think that's very important in any gifting to anybody in any country. But particularly so here, where, of course, the art of gifting and the weddings and all of that are an important part of your culture. So I think that definitely is part of it.
So, what kind of challenges does a brand face when you're expanding in an international market? You know, if you're expanding to an international market, what are the challenges?
Well, I think it's apart from the challenges of the competition, that's per se, is understanding the market, whether it's importing, whether it's exporting. I mean, the usual, to be able to run an efficient business. Our aim is to if we go into a market is to do it properly. And as I said, we started this Indian journey several years ago, and we're committed. And the market is, and I think we were right to choose the Indian market because it's moving fast. But again, you know, like we've just come out of COVID, so one always has to be rather careful and plot your path carefully when you grow something, because it takes time. But we're up for those challenges. We're happy to take on that challenges, or we enjoy it. Nothing comes easy. So we're quite happy to be part of that. But we're having a good team, having good advice um, in case things don't go your way, which can happen anywhere in the world. But so far, touch wood, we're on the right path, and we're happy to come to Hyderabad to spread what we do to a wider audience. And then we believe in the word of mouth. That if you meet and people touch your product and hopefully buy a few pieces and you get them into circulation, things just grow from there.
Okay. So, how much of importance does the brand give to sustainability and ethical sourcing, considering that it's become the cornerstone of most brands in the recent days?
Well, we've been involved in that per se, whether it's our maintaining our workforce, whether they're in Bangkok or sitting in a village in India or something. We've been very um, proactive in looking after people. Uh, Sustainability goes from people to also natural materials. But when you work with people, it's not like machinery. You have good days and you have bad days, so you have to support for bad days. In terms of the materials, well, we've always been using materials that people most probably had put no value to it, threw it away. We would take it, give it what we say, a second life, and then give it a nice home. So we've been very much into that per se, into trying to give value to natural materials that per se have normally have no real value. People didn't see any value in it. So our packaging has always been out of bamboo. So we've been doing that, and of course we could always do better and always strive to do better. But of course, sustainability in every way is important for the future. But our little part is really trying to take something wood, all kinds of wood, and add value to it and put it into a nice home. And we think that's one way you can be sustainable also by doing your little part in the world.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking to us.